was you could ride this bike down to the grocery store and not have to transfer. I'm Joe Copeland, and I'm the Executive Director for National AMBUCS. AMBUCS is a grassroots charity, and our mission is mobility and independence for people with disabilities. We really think that through the Amtrak program that we can impact fitness and health of people with disabilities through teaching and providing mobility tools and creating independence. So if you're in a wheelchair or if you can't walk, we can get them moving. We can get them some cardio, if we can get their body exercising and moving and be healthier and active. This is called an Amtrak Bike Day. We do a training for physical and occupational therapists and other health professionals.
All right, it's good to be here with you guys. I was actually here about 2 years ago.
My name is Sue Haywood. I'm a pediatric physical therapist from Longview, Texas. A local group in my community helped me build the first few bikes that we did for a couple of years. And by doing that, we became affiliated more with the national organization, and then it became a national project. Most people with disabilities don't exercise. They get therapy a lot of times, but they don't personally go out and do exercises at the gym or anything like that, so their cardiovascular systems are never challenged. They have problems with circulation, with respiratory issues. A lot of our kids are in and out of the hospital a lot with pneumonia and things like that. By getting them to breathe deeper and exercise and work hard and go outside and move continuously for more than just a second or two really builds them up.
That part's a really big deal. If you've got a 12-year-old that's never been able to ride a bike, well, that's a rite of passage. Every kid deserves to ride a bike. And if your child has never been able to do that, and all of a sudden the Amtrak program comes along and we've got a bike and they can ride like their brothers and sisters, or they can ride in the neighborhood with their friends, that's a huge thing.
My name is Debbie Duquette, and my daughter is Eliana Stanners. She's 7 years old. She has cerebral palsy and basically the spastic type, which means her muscles stay tight. And she's had an Amtrak for a little while now, and she just really loves it.
We've had her tricycles and we've tried other little bikes, and they just don't quite work for her for various reasons. So with the prospect of having something that she could use that was hers, you know, adaptable to however we needed to use it to get it to work the best for her. And it was, you know, once we heard that, we're like, we're in. We could just tell from just one of the little demos, this is going to be a tremendous asset for her, both in her having fun. We can sneak physical therapy in there without it being physical therapy.
It gives her that confidence of something that she can do active on her own. She doesn't have to have someone assisting her, but she can actually make that go on her own, and it gives her that freedom of, you know, she can take off, she can start zooming around.
She has a confidence level with that bike that's on par or better than, you know, when any other kid gets their new bike.
From a therapist perspective, I'm seeing motor strength improvement, coordination improvement, decreasing tone. I see all that and it happens, but I think the self-esteem and the fact that they're out doing what their peers do, and it's nothing out of the abnormal, you're just riding a bike or a trike, and they think it's so much fun, they don't know they're doing therapy to themselves.
He's only 3, he's tall. You're a big boy.
Most therapists will tell you most assistive devices come one size fits all, and they don't, and we have to adapt them the best we can. With our bike program that we have now, there's very few things we can't fit or make an adaptation to so the child can be independent. And that's our whole goal, is for them to be able to do it on their own by themselves.
Ready, set, go!
As we assess or fit them for an Amtrak therapeutic tricycle, it's the appropriate size bike. Our kids or our riders tend to have balance problems that prevent them from balancing or bringing a regular bicycle up to speed. So we work off of a tricycle platform. So if you can get a rider balanced, where they feel safe, where they feel okay, then they can translate body movement into riding. So you'd be surprised if you get someone stable where they feel okay, who can ride a bike.
After your nap, you can ride your bike.
My name is Nancy Miller. I brought my son Malik Miller. He has congenital CMD. They kind of show him an example of a bike during the therapy session, and I thought it would be a good idea for him to have something like that. Even though he has a disability, I want him to, you know, be independent and learn how to do things of his own.
AMBUCS is a grassroots charity, I'll say. That means that our activity happens at the local level. Our chapters have autonomy to attack the mission at the community level, and they do that strictly volunteer.
What color do you like? Like on the chrome, the shiny chrome too?
Yeah.
It's a heart snatcher. It just really pulls your heart out because you're seeing these children doing some things for the first time. Their parents see them doing things for the first time. And what it is doing things that they can do, not that they can't do.
We have 5,800 volunteers in 130 volunteer chapters, now in 28 states, and we're growing.
It's sweet freaking awesomeness.
It's the passion to help people. That's what it is that brings me to it, the passion to help people. I got a medical background, and I believe in helping people, and I think just the passion that I have to help people out is worth $1 million.
Last year, AMBUCS nationally gave away almost 3,000 bikes, and that's all done at the community level. So our volunteer chapters work and fundraise and bring the project to their community. We have a huge impact nationwide in our communities where our volunteers make it happen. Probably goes on the other side.
Dennis Herford, we're at Fire Station number 2, Huntsville, putting the bikes together for the underprivileged kids in the community. We were contacted by AMBUCS and asked if we would take part in putting these bikes together for these kids, and I'm glad to do it. There were several different types, but they sent pretty good instructions with them, and we were able to work through them. Everybody worked together, so we all got out together, joking, carrying on, and had fun putting them together, and it's a good time for the station. The fire station is really one big family, and we look at the community as just part of our greater family, and it's just part of doing what we do. It ain't all about putting out fires.
Our niche is to find small programs that meet needs to help people with fitness, mobility, independence, but needs that go unmet by either government or insurance.
Anything that we do in fundraising is either through applying for grants, asking companies for grants, making them understand that we're not just selling something.
AMBUCS is an opportunity for people to be able to do things like that. This organization here helps a lot of people, wherein we don't have federal or state funds to help people with disabilities to be able to do these kind of things. A lot of the grants that we get funded from give us the ability to buy these tricycles for these kids.
Getting the word out is our biggest problem. Once they know who we are and have seen these kids, it happens. It's getting the word out to let them know what these kids can do on the bike and what the meaning is of it. As an AMBUCS organization, our main focus is to make sure that disabled personnel get a chance to not be disabled, but able to do something. Once they're on the bike, that changes their whole mind frame, and they start realizing that they are able to do something and get more active.
A lot of times we in society, we base on people that have disabilities, not ability. And this right here is focusing on their ability to do things. Sometimes they're doing it for the first time. They bring up confidence in themselves, and it surprises the parents.
As soon as that smile comes on their face and the tears comes in those parents' eyes, it's all worth it. Knowing that we made a difference, and it doesn't matter where they live or what's wrong with them or what their situation is, giving every kid an opportunity to have fun and ride a bike.